Look at the marbling on this thin cut steak. I'm excited but terrified to try this spicy meat. Oh my god. You know, once everyone was done eating with their fish, their taro, their bananas, everything, whatever was left on the plate, you know, a few scraps that's already been eaten on, that's what the teenagers ate. So, Faye, how many times do I have to tell you and your friends to stop doing that? It's embarrassing. Keep it up. No, I'm kidding. So today, I am making Sichuan beef. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be 3 words. Delicious. That's right. And so, thanks so much for joining us. Malolei sefu, everyone. We're so happy to get started. This video is going to be 2 words. If I can borrow a word from my good YouTube buddy. So first thing I'm going to do is I had some fresh steak cut up at the butcher's. This is bottom round. It is a very tough meat, but we are going to make it super tender because that's how we make Sichuan beef. Let me grab my reading glasses here. So I actually take the fresh meat, put it in the freezer about 30 minutes. It makes it easier to cut. I've got a super sharp knife. This here is my Travex. It is by a company here right in Washington. They make awesome field knives. I use this when I want to cut really fine or I need a really sharp knife. I'm not sponsored by them at all, but I do love your products. If you want to, holla, hit me up. So first, I'm going to cut it along the grain, which is fine. Remove a couple pieces here. But the rest of the cuts will be against the grain, and that's how you separate those ligaments or those little particles or whatever they're called that hold the steak together that makes it tough. So we're going to move it this way, and the grain's running left to right on your view. So I'm going to cut it against the grain like this. And you want to get your pieces about that thick for the Sichuan beef. You see all the marbling in there? Oh, that's going to be good. Fat means flavor. So let me cut this up, and then we'll go to the next next step, because I am not going to eat this today, and we're not going to have it today. I'm actually doing this the day prior, because you want to marinate this for at least 24 hours. Wanted to show you before I finish it up and start doing anything else. Look at the marbling on this thin cut steak. It may be a tough steak, but man, that is going to be so good. Okay, I'm all done chopping up the meat. I put it in a 1-pound Ziploc bag. Today, we're just going to do the marinade. You don't have to use fresh stuff with the marinade. You can use powdered. So what we're going to do is have a little bowl and a little fork to stir it with. We have 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. We have 1 teaspoon of chili paste, Asian chili paste. We have half a teaspoon of ginger powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then we have 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Of course, I'm using the low sodium. 1 tablespoon of rice wine. Now, the wine that I'm using has very little alcohol. It'll burn off during the cooking. And 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So let's get mixing. Okay, I've added in all the ingredients except the cornstarch. So first I'm gonna stir up all the powders and the liquids. And now I'm gonna gently add in some cornstarch. I'm just gonna stir that to the cornstarch is all incorporated. There we go. All right, we'll see you in a minute. We're going to add this to the Ziploc bag in the steak. All right, I've added it to there. So basically what I'm going to do first is try to get all the air out of the bag before I finish sealing it. There, now I'm just going to massage it. Make sure it's all well covered. Doesn't take long to do that. Lay it out flat. And then this is more than enough meat for my small family. So we're gonna have lots of other goodies that we're gonna make tomorrow too. So for our mukbang. So that's it. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, happy people, we are back. So this is all the spices that's gonna go into the sauce. So remember we marinated the beef, that was in there 24 hours. And now I'm gonna let it sit at room temperature at least for 1 hour. For the sauce, I'm gonna make 2 versions. So normally, if you know anything about Sichuan beef, it comes from the Sichuan province in Sichuan, China, which I believe is southern China. And everything in Sichuan province is spicy. If you've seen Mark Wayne's or the Food Ranger, they love it. And me too. So the sauce itself is 3 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. You've got 1 tablespoon of rice wine. You've got 1 teaspoon of oil. I can't think of what the name of it is. I'll think of it in a minute. Sesame oil. There we go. You have 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and a tablespoon of cornstarch. So this is what I'm going to use to make the sauce for my wife and kids. So the way it's normally met, though, and I will make it for me, is the spicy way. We have 3 tablespoons of chili paste. You have 1 tablespoon of Sichuan peppercorn ground up. So there's 2 different colors of Sichuan peppercorn. There's red and green. Green, though, if you ever order it from China and get the authentic one, it is the hottest. So get that one. Some fresh dried chilies just to make my pain even worse. Some ground up chilies, a teaspoon of that, and a half teaspoon of 5 spice. I'm not sure everything what is in 5 spice, but boy, it sure has such an aromatic smell. We also have some fresh broccoli I'm going to chop up. I'm going to steam this and add it to my wife and kids' dinner before they eat it. And then I need to get 6 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to thinly slice those to mix in and saute with this large onion. And then some garnish will be some spring onions. All right. Oh, and I think I showed you the rice. We're using long grain rice for this. I love long grain rice when it comes to eating Chinese food. All right, let's get started. All right, you might have noticed a little paper on the table. That's my recipe. So every time I learn a new recipe and I kind of perfect it, I always write it down. That way, someday I'll write it in a bigger book and pass it on to my kids. So I've got the garlic. I've smashed it all so it's easier to cut and it won't fly away when I'm trying to cut it. And then the broccoli, it turns out, I guess only my wife and Acapella want that in their dinner. So I've only did half of that bundle. And I'm also going to chop up the onions. So the garlic and onions, we saute that as part of the cooking. We don't mix that with all this initially. So let me chop these up and then we'll get cooking. I just wanted to show you real quick. I'm actually I forgot I had to clean and start the rice cooker. So this is all the onion and garlic chopped up in here. Here's the sauce that's going on the girls and my wife's and everybody's. And then this, I'm going to add this after I take their food out. I'm telling you, this smells like liquid death, but I'm going to enjoy every fiery, painful bite of it. And then we've got, of course, some spring onions cut up there as well. And I'm steaming the broccoli. Okay, the rice is done, so I'm heating up the oil. I'm using peanut oil. That's what they use in China. It can withstand extremely high heat, and that's what we want to sear and cook this. I'll show you that part, but I'm not going to dwell on the cooking. I've steamed my broccoli and chicken broth. I got the egg rolls all set, and all right, be back in a moment. All right, I'm going to put the meat in. I'm going to try to put it on the side without the oil so it can kind of slide in. Woo! There we go. It still has that wonderful smell of that marinade that it marinated in. So I'm going to saute it about 1 minute on each side, and then I'm going to take it out and add the vegetables. Okay, it's been cooking on this side. I haven't been stirring it at all, but I let it set for like 1 minute. And then I'm going to try to flip some of this around. And you can see there's some nice sear marks on some of it. So what I'll do is I'll use my little ladle here or thingy to make sure I get everyone turned over so each side gets a little cooked before I take it out. Okay, that side's done. Let me put this down here. Put it over here. Hopefully you can still see it. I'm just going to put this on a plate. Let some of the oil drip off. Oop, let me get a little paper towel here and napkin. Wipe that off so I don't start a fire. And I'm going to add a little more peanut oil. And I'm going to start to saute the garlic and the onions. Alright, I'll do this for a minute or so, and then I'm going to add the sauce. Okay, once your onions turn translucent and start to get browned a little bit, that's when you're going to add the main sauce. This is also the time that you're going to add the meat back. Alright, let me cook this for a little while until the meat's done. So as the sauce starts to thicken and the meat is getting done, you can add your broccoli or whatever vegetables that you like, because this is what my family prefers. Just give it a couple flips. Whew. Thank goodness I didn't spill it on me. There we go. Now I'm going to turn the heat down to simmer and then get the rest of the goodies ready. Alright, we'll see you at the table. Almost forgot, right towards the end, you're going to add your spring onions. Give it a couple flips, and then we can serve it up. Well, before I set the table, I better move this pot of suafai that I made my wife this morning. That way she has this for dessert. Almost forgot to show you that I've taken out all the food from my wife and daughters that they will eat. And now it's time to add the super spicy paste that I've created. And I'm going to stir it around, and you can watch me die while I'm eating it. Alright, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Alright, here we go, happy people. So I have silhouettes right here. She doesn't want any vegetables, just a few pieces of steak. And I also made, I didn't show you this either, but I made a chicken yakisoba for rice. Acapella doesn't want any yakisoba, but wants, she don't mind the broccoli and the onions and stuff with her rice. Here's Mommy's. She's got her yakisoba, her thing. And then here's mine with the yakisoba. I put my meat on my rice, and there is my flaming spicy death Sichuan beef. So all I'm waiting on now is just to have the egg rolls get done. I'm baking them in the oven, and so they won't be as greasy. And we'll get started eating. All right. Hello, fellow everyone. We are here to eat. Mommy got here. We said our grace, and then Mommy forgot she didn't wash her hands. So let's get started. We also added these little egg rolls. Silhouette is going to try an egg roll for the first time.
I need a sauce bowl.
And she needs a sauce bowl for ketchup. That's why I like our little table. The little table has has little drawers in it to put stuff, which is fun. I'm excited but terrified to try this spicy meat. Woo, here we go. Oh my god. Woo. Wow. That is so so good, but the Sichuan is not a spice, by the way. The Sichuan adds to that umami flavor, and also it's numbing. But it seems to accentuate the spices that are in there too. So the little peppers, I do not eat those. I just cook with them. Oh, but that's so good. Let's try the yakisoba. I just didn't have enough time in all the pans to show everything what I'm cooking today. Good as always. Oh, here's Silhouette trying. Well, she's going back for a second bite. That's a success. You're supposed to go like this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's good? It's nice? She's thinking. She's debating hard. You turn that off or down. I don't know what it is about my kid has to watch cartoons while she eats, but... Mama will be here in a minute. Meanwhile, we're looking at Maka. She's sitting way on the other side of the room just staring at it because she can smell the food. She's like, what is going on over there? Let me try the egg roll too.
That's not bad. That's actually chicken, cabbage, and carrot. Not lettuce, it's cabbage, which is like lettuce, I guess. Same family, I think. Acapella's doesn't want to be on film today.
Does Mom really need 3?
I can give you one of mine if you want it.
Why does Mom need 3 though?
Because me and Mommy are wanting like egg rolls. You guys never had them, and now you want them.
3 is like an odd number.
Here you go.
No,
Thank you.
not 2.
I would give you all my food. I'm sure all you would. You give your food and starve so your babies can eat. So that's what being a parent's all about.
Dad's starving now.
Huh?
Dad's starving now because he gave.
I'm not starving now.
Yeah, now you have no.
Yeah, Mama.
Nothing.
What are you doing? She's trying to sneak in so she won't be seen by the camera. Here's your food.
Mom, look at Maka.
Look. Yeah. Oh, now Mommy left. I understand the respect thing, but one of the strangest things I found the first time I was at a big gathering with my wife. Yeah, I made all this big food. The teenagers mostly made it. Maybe the moms started in the morning, but the teenagers all finished it up and served it. The little kids were off playing in another room. And then the oldest people got served first, which I kind of understand that. But I also kind of thought, like, don't they feed the kids first? So I didn't really get it, so I didn't understand the culture then. And we respect, I respect my elders too back then, but I don't know, I just always thought that kids are always first. But I understand it totally now. It did make me uncomfortable that they had me set with them. I'm talking about older people like 50, 60 years old. They had me set with them because I guess I'm like the honored guest. I felt bad. My wife was over there sitting like looking at me. Not eating, and I'm over there eating like, oh man, this is good, this is good. Oh, hi honey, by the way. And then, once everyone was done eating with their fish, their taro, their bananas, everything, whatever was left on the plate, a few scraps that's already been eaten on, that's what the teenagers ate. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I get it now, but I'm just saying the first initial reaction just blew me away. I just was so unused to that type of culture, but I know a lot of cultures do that. Cultures that are very family-oriented, more than Palangis are. They do that, so I totally understand it now. It just caught me off guard the first time I saw it. So Pella wanted to know if she could have one of your egg rolls.
I don't have any. I didn't get any.
She didn't get any.
Liars get nothing. Don't give her one.
No, that's not true.
She had 2.
No, I didn't. That's a lie.
Be honest and just tell Mommy you want another one.
I want another one.
Aw. Mommy gave her. So literally, me and Mommy get 2, and Acapella's the only one who's gonna get 3.
They're good.
I should have made more or bought more from the store. I did not home make these.
Mama.
I should try that someday, but
What?
oh, the other food, the meat alone was so time consuming to make it. What's wrong?
Oh, I was trying to eat it.
Wow, you ate your
Oh.
steak good.
She's talking about egg roll.
Anyone want to try one of the spicy steaks? Just a little bite? Just a little bite? Doesn't hurt to try. My whole mouth is numb and tingly. But it's so good. I do need some of the rice though on the bottom because my mouth is hot. Oh my goodness. Even my broccoli's hot. Mommy's such a bad mommy, she allows the dog right next to her by the table. Bad mommy. She treats that's her 4th child.
No fifth
Oh, right.
for the princess.
Yeah, I forgot Kitty doesn't climb up. She knows better than to jump on the table while we're eating.
Ah.
What are you giving her anyways? The noodle? Nothing.
Yeah, she doesn't want it. Gave her a steak meat. She
She just wants your
it.
attention.
Chicken, yeah. She doesn't want it.
She's just like, hold me, mama.
Thirsty? Hmm? Hmm? Mm.
Oh, I hope you guys really tried this recipe. Especially the steak. It is so good. Flavorful. It just smells so good in here. And cutting it the opposite way of the grain is a wonderful way to make tough steak tender.
I'm thirsty.
I'm sure there's other ways, like pounding it with a hammer or something. I've seen them do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's thirsty.
Woo. I think next time for me, I'll put the crushed chili peppers and the
Your
Sichuan
steak hot?
peppercorn, of course,
Yeah.
but not the whole dried chilies. That kind of took it up to a notch where, whew, I'm almost, my throat's on fire now.
You should make mom try your steak.
No, thank you.
Mommy, don't you remember what happened when Mommy ate the chicken wings or the chicken wings? She was eating a whole bucket of Cool Whip.
But it was funny.
It was funny, right?
Hmm.
All right, just do it for fun, honey. It's just funny. We just want to see you suffer for fun.
I'm done.
You're done? You don't want your noodles?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, honey. I didn't know you were going to give me that. Mm.
I don't
Do you want that one too?
No.
I don't have no more to
That's
give you,
fine.
though. Just leave that.
Okay,
Can you
bye.
hold? Slow down? Yes, you have permission to leave the table. Bye. Yeesh. Okay, I let them get away with murder, I think, sometimes.
You see her down there? Oh, no, no. Maybe.
They do so good, though, in other things. Their schoolwork's excellent. I don't even tell them, like, you have to have all A's. But basically, they do. I just want them to try. I'm like, as long as you try at your homework, even if you get a D, and you're giving your effort, then that's just you. You're just a D student. You'll make a great fry cook at McDonald's someday. It's okay. People need French fry cooks too, right? But they're doing so good without us pressuring them at all. But I do let them get away with stuff like listening to music at the table and stuff. But oh well, it's too late to change now.
I'm an A student. Mm-hmm.
We know you're an A student. If you were, oh my God, that was a hot one.
How was your photography?
I think I swallowed a pepper.
Develop your pictures?
What?
Did you develop your pictures?
Develop? We don't have a red room. Why are you saying develop?
No. I thought maybe you guys was
the
able
old
to use old-fashioned ones in the classroom. Did they have any?
We take the SD card and put it into our computer.
That's boring.
And then we upload it to our computer.
Yeah, that's so boring. No, your old-fashioned way.
And plus, it
To
only takes like
develop,
3
to develop
minutes.
is like the best part out of, besides taking the pictures, is developing the pictures.
Oh, if you know how to do it
In a
yourself.
dark room,
Oh,
yeah.
taking the pictures is boring.
In a dark room.
Me and Samantha
That's
just like
fun.
walk around the school building, like the school campus.
Yeah, me and my second has seen a lot of scary movies. where it shows some creepy guy like developing pictures of his victim in the dark room with the red light on. Remember that? I think a lot of movies have that.
No, when someone bursts into that room, it automatically ruins all the things.
Ruins
that's
everything,
up
yeah.
there.
The negatives. Well, nowadays, like Acapella was saying, when you take pictures, you just take out the card, SD card, and stick it in your computer, and there's your pictures.
Oh.
I'm almost done. Woo, hot. Hot tamale.
You know, more broccoli. The broccoli is so good.
Oh, I only made half the bunch because I didn't know. Acapella may not eat all her food. You can have her broccoli. I steamed it with like a 1/4 inch of chicken broth or chicken stock instead of water. So I don't know if chicken stock vapor would make the broccoli taste better, but maybe that's what happened. Are you done, sweetie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can go then, sweetie. What? Oh, she wants your broccoli.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, sweetheart.
It's spicy.
It's not.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Love you, baby. You're excused.
That's awesome. Excuse you.
Let me move out of the way. All right, we're almost done. I forgot I had a little bit more steak left in the pan, but I think I'm full. Oh, my lips are tingly. I feel like I just came back from the dentist. The Sichuan literally numbs you. It's so good. And it smells so good. Whew. I have to start learning to eat when I'm full and not feel bad like, oh, I have more on my plate, I better finish it. That's my New Year's resolution. Stop stuffing my gut every day I eat. So, thank you so much for watching, everyone. We really appreciate each and every one of you. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. About 8 out of 10 people that watch the videos are not subscribed, which is fine. If you just want to enjoy the video and watch it, that's fine. You don't have to. But by subscribing, you really help the channel. It's free to do that. And any money I earn from this, be it a penny, be it $500, is going to go to helping the homeless or people in need. And we will record that so you can see where your money's going. And that's what we're going to do for now. As long as I'm working, we're not going to touch any of that money. It's all going to be given back to communities and people that need the money. So basically, by you doing something free, clicking a subscribe button, you're giving to people that are in need. So we sure appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. My wife might say something today. If you're not chewing, yum, 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 yum. So give me a thumbs up.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Silly woman. All right, we love all of you. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, Tofasi Fua.